Apparently, I can't drink today. That's a blooper. Apparently, I developed a drinking problem. But up. Anywho, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to another exciting episode of Channel X, the only show on Thursdays that starts the weekend early. I am your host, Tom Dog, and as always, I'm Tom Dog all day and Tom Dog all night. Woo, baby, all right. So, there we go. That feels a lot better. How's everybody doing tonight? I apologize for being so late this evening. It's like almost 12:30 and I'm doing the show now. I am so late doing the show and I apologize for that. I really do. Not my intention. I had a lot of things to do and so little time to do it in. And you'll see why in a minute because I have something to share with everybody and I don't and you could say that it's wrestling related, but it's technically not because I got in the heads up and from a reliable source, and and who's actually a friend of mine, who shared me some info, and he wanted me to pass that on to everybody here. So yeah, which I'm also going to bring up on this Saturday as well on Wrestling Prime, and yeah, so yeah, this is going to be very very interesting. So not the first time we had a wrestling reference on Channel X. I had many of them in the past before. So yeah, and yeah, I need a shave badly. It's like I got the Gumby hair again. So yeah, it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. It was- I need a really good shave, but I want to keep this. I mean, I like the gray hair gimmick. I really do. So yeah. Um. So before we get started with tonight's festivities, we have a little bit of plugs to do that, and plus it will tie into why I was late. So it's going to be part of the plugs and everything like that. And so, um, big shout out to the Dorkening Podcast Network. It's an amazing podcast network. And if you haven't checked it out, it's really awesome, and it's a highly recommended that you check it out because the Dorkening Podcast Network is awesome. Leo and the gang always have a good time with the shows that they do, especially on Tuesdays because they do splash pages, and it's one of my favorite shows because they get to do some informative stuff when it comes to comic books, and if you're a fan of comic books, I highly recommend you check out splash pages. And this past Tuesday, they actually had a live reading. It was awesome. It was absolutely awesome, and so it's always good. It's always good to check that out and everything like that. And yeah, it's just a bunch of fun loving. It's a fun loving group there, and it's awesome. It really is awesome. And I know I say awesome a lot, but I really do mean it. It really is awesome. Um, so check it out on YouTube on the Dorkening. Check it out. You'll love it just as much as I do. You can also listen to the podcast, listen to the shows wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. So yeah, that's also very important as well too. Big shout out to Carrie and Raz and everybody over at the Owllight Network. They have a lot of awesome shows as well too, and you definitely don't want to miss out on that because they are awesome. And yeah, there's that word again, awesome. They really are, and I love hanging out with them every now and then. And so yeah, definitely check out what they're doing over at the Owllight Network, and you can find their channel over on YouTube. And big shout out to Millie Playful and Tengu over at Millie Playful and Tengu Place. And if you like watching people play video games, then Millie Playful and Tengu are the ones for you. Check it out over on YouTube, and you'll have a good time watching them play some video games that may or may not be your favorite, but you'll have a good time nonetheless because they are really fun to watch. So check them out over at YouTube at Millie Playful and Tengu. And um, big plug, like I said, and this will explain everything on why I was late. So this is a big plug, and I haven't plugged stuff like this in a really long time. Um, and this is this is a this is a real treat. And a friend of mine, so um, I'm not going to disclose who gave me this information, but it is AEW related. So I have they have sent me and given me the thumbs up to do this. So, but there's no promo code or anything like that. So there's no sponsorship in any way. Um, but they wanted me to pass this on to you to you the viewers out there. And as you know, um, and if you are wrestling fans, especially to AEW, um, Brody Lee, who used to wrestle in the WWE, who wrestled in AEW, who also wrestled as Luke Harper in the WWE. He passed away not too long ago, and it's still sad in the wrestling world. I believe he passed away in 2020, but I could be wrong. I completely forgot the date, um, or the year rather. And so yeah, he passed away. It was very tragic, and it was sad in the wrestling world and everything like that. But um, Champs Sports has a new sneaker line. Um, has a new sneaker line coming out. This will be the second in the AEW series. Um, but first in this little promotion here. Um, it is the Brody Lee Classic leather sneaker, and it's only exclusive online at champsports.com starting May 1st, not May, July 1st. And so yeah, the website is right there. I'm going to post the link. I'm going to post the link to the website on in the description um later on. I'm going to edit it out. I'm going to edit the description later. Not tonight because I'm a little, at the end of the show I'm going to crash. But I'm going to post the link. I'm going to post the link sometime tomorrow, Friday, and you'll be able to look it up on there. And so yeah. Um and also I'll, and then, so yeah, I'll be able to do it that way. And so yeah, it's starting July 1st. They start going on sale uh on July 1st. Um, the Huber family, which is Brody Lee's surviving family, will donate 100% of the royalties of all purchases, 100% of purchases towards the upon purchasing of these shoes will go to the Highmark Caring, which is one of the charitable organizations that it's one of the charitable I guess that was started um after Brody Lee's passing. Um, so the Huber family will will donate 100% all sales to the Highmark Caring, and it will continue Mr. Brody Lee's legacy of kindness, compassion, and community. So this is this is a really big deal. This is a really big deal. So, um, I think I don't know if pre-orders are available now, but you can check it out. Um, you can check it out on the website, and it's but I will post this up again right now, which is champsports.com. and and yeah, and, hey Bill, it's actually Tom, but that's okay. Um, how's it going there, Ricky? And so yeah, this is a really big deal. Um, and everything like that. So, big shout out to AEW for allowing me for passing this information towards me, to me and everything like that. So yeah, this is a really big thing, and I'll display more info. I'll post the link like I said in the description sometime tomorrow, and then on Saturday it'll be in the description through there, and with some, as long as some other stuff. So a lot of editing in the description department, which I will do later on during the day. So yeah. Um, so yeah, that is this, and Brody Lee is was one hell of a competitor in the ring and everything. Beloved by all, and yeah, it was really sad to hear about his passing and everything, and we here at Real Pro extend continue the prayers and condolences to the Huber family, and so yeah, um, I'll do my best as I can to contribute to my part on donating to this wonderful cause. So yeah, um, like I said, Champ Sports starting May 1st, July 1st. I'm sorry, I don't know why I got May 1st in my mind right now. So yeah, um, but yeah, definitely it's worth checking out. And so yeah, and the shoes. If you ever get a chance to look at the shoes, it looks amazing. They really do. They really do look amazing, and everything. And while we're at it, and while you're shopping around for these wonderful shoes, these wonderful, good-looking shoes, they are really awesome looking. They really are, and you definitely. So while you're going and shopping for these wonderful shoes, go on over to w.gg. Use the promo code BRILL at the checkout to save 10% on your purchase. And what is W? It's an energy supplement that has zero crashes, zero sugar, zero uh, um, zero artificial flavors or gimmicks or anything like that. No dyes, no none of that garbage, and no urine too, because Prime Energy uh does stuff like that, but not Dubby. Dubby is in the books, and they're awesome with their energy supplements and everything like that, and keep you from you know from getting that game over, because nobody wants a game over and everything like that. So if you don't want to crash and burn, um, you go to w.gg today. Use that promo code BRILL, BRILL, at the checkout and save 10% on your purchase, and you'll be glad you did. You will absolutely love it. All right, so let's get started on today's festivities. We got a lot to talk. We got some things to talk about, and we're going to start with Star Wars: The Acolytes, Episode 5. It was pretty good. Moving on. Let's see what we got here. So, this was going to be this portion of the show where I would review MeTV Tunes, and I've been talking about this for a while now, and of course I displayed talked about the list that they had, the shows that was going to be, and it was pretty cool. It was a pretty fun episode, and or fun segment rather, when I did that at the beginning of the month. And unfortunately, I have some bad news. I can't get it. Apparently, my cable provider, which is Cox Communications, does not carry MeTV Tunes, and it's kind of sad because I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to give my thoughts about the channel, because I was going to binge watch it for 24 hours, and of course be reunited with a lot of my shows that I have not seen. Some of my favorite cartoons that I have not seen in God knows how long, and be pretty much be reunited with my youth. And I was going to get a bowl of cereal, my favorite cereal, and just sit down and watch these cartoons and just relive my childhood. And apparently that didn't happen, because upon looking at their website, to check to see where they would have it, I'm a little bit upset. With it. And so I'm in the Connecticut area, and yeah, this was a total letdown, because they say where to watch, and you can go on their website now. It's at metvtunes.com, and for some strange reason, my laptop is not my laptop, but my let's just have yep. And okay. So, and my television does not have an antenna hookup. So, because it's a smart TV, and it doesn't have like an antenna. Um, I can't switch it from cable to antenna. So yeah, it sucks. So, but for those who still have an antenna frequency, um, if you're in Connecticut, um, it'll be on channel 35.8. Because I'm in the Hartford County. So, and so in cable, so yeah, it is a letdown. Um, so the only way to actually watch Me TV Tunes is through the Friendly app, which is FRNDLY. Is the Friendly TV app on the phone, on the TV. Or Philo, which is one of those. It's kind of like Bing, not Bing, but Sling. So yeah, it's like that, and I have no intention on doing any of those because yeah, they said that this was going to be free for everybody, but apparently you have to download an app just to and you have to pay the subscription in order to watch that for free. And to me, I just think that it fucking sucks. And it's just a total letdown because in a little while they were going to have Speed Racer, and they don't have Speed. So I can't be and so and but one of my favorite cartoons is Voltron, and I think Voltron is on the channel. Um, no, it's not on there. But um, one of the shows um that I used to watch is Speed Racer. And another one being Challenge of the GoBots. And so yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed that I'm not going to be able to see that, and also Captain Planet. And yeah, there was a lot of my favorite cartoons. A lot of my favorite cartoons are on here, and I won't be able to watch it. So yeah, absolutely um absolutely horrendous. And I just think that it's a total shame. So yeah, I am going to talk to I am reaching out to my cable provider, and still nothing and everything like that. So I'm sure eventually it will come in. Um, but as of right now, it is not on there, and I'm not paying $6.99 for something that I'm supposed to be watching for free. So yeah, I'm a little bit cheap and frugal, but if I want to, and I mean, I will, but but I shouldn't have to, you know. I should be able to watch it without no problems and everything like that. And it's because you know if the friendly app was like, let's say if the friendly app was free, okay, like if the friendly app was free, and like a free streaming service with the commercials and everything like that, um and if you wanted to get and if you wanted to get the premium, it would be $7. I would be okay with that. I would be downloading it and I would be talking about it right now. But because of this, I just think that it's a total letdown. And you know, and for something like this, it should have been on broadcast, on television on cable television for everybody to see, not just you know on certain devices that AI don't have anymore, or what have you. I just think that and yeah, it's new, it's still new, and they're updating every now and they're updating every day to get this to finally get it available for everybody. And I hope that it actually does happen, because I'm missing these wonderful shows that I used to grow up when I was that as a part of my childhood as a kid, and I want to watch them, and it just it just sucks that I can't, because I probably would be taking the day off from doing the show and postponing it at another night, which would have been Friday. But yeah, this is a total letdown and everything like that. So it is what it is, I guess. And so hopefully, this eventually this would actually be a you know something interesting to watch and everything like that. So but if you've seen this, if you've seen any shows on MeTV Tunes, let me know what you think about it. Either in live chat or in the comment section down below after the show, watching the encore. But it is actually really cool. Um, so when I'm actually when this actually becomes available to me, I will actually um, give my views on it. But for now, I'm just going to be sad. Yeah, Tom Dog sad. Oh, all right. We got one more thing to talk about before we call it a night. And I know we're breezing by this episode very, very fast. But on this last topic, I gotta this will be actually pretty brief, because actually let me post this up. Um, that's if this thing is like slowing down on me right now. Yeah, there we go. Jeez, it takes forever. You know, for something that I'm trying to get this. Um, I'm trying to get this out of the way and everything like that. Okay. Uh, so shout out to Joe Hendry. I believe in him. Oh, I didn't retweet that? Let me check um my likes. I think oh crap. I thought I did retweet some of this shit. Guess not. Alright, let's go to what's going on? Okay. Former uh, Jimmy Carter was slamming Trump, so yeah, that's good. That's good. But this isn't the place for that. So okay, all right, let's go to my search engine and okay. Oh, I'm sorry, this was taking. Okay, gotta do that and okay. Okay. So, all right. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. And oh, hello. Okay, sir. Oh, come on. Alrighty. Um, so why is this taking so long for me to discuss what I'm doing? And for that, I do apologize. It's basically, it is my fault. I just have no excuse other than the fact that my tablet or tablet, as normal people like to say. Yeah, I like to flavor my words. anything with anything that ends in et, I will say the French equivalent. For example, buffet, like Jimmy Buffet, but it's Jimmy Buffett. It's pronounced buffet. Just like that restaurant, Hometown Buffett. Yeah. All right. Anywho, so all right. So enough stalling here and everything. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of the description on the screen on what I'm talking about. So apparently, um, recently word has got out about um, Doctor Disrespect, and so apparently he is and a former Twitch employee, uh, opened up about why Doctor Disrespect was banned. Was um, canceled on Twitter, and so word got out about some things that were swept under the rug and everything like that, and so it's been blowing up on Twitter for the past few days. For the past few day, several days now, going over towards almost towards a week, and so yeah, this is a really big deal. And what am I talking about? Well, apparently, Doctor Disrespect has was um, socializing with a minor, and it was bad. It was really really bad, and I'm not going to say any more about it because we're going to get into that in just a little bit. But I do want to read the tweet that was brought up by the Midnight Society, which is a company that he co-founded, um, and they had this to say um, on the 24th of this month. It says, on Friday evening, we became aware of an allegation against one of our co-founders, Guy Beam, aka Dr. Disrespect. We assumed his innocence and began speaking with parties involved. And in order to maintain our principles and standards as a studio and as individuals, we need to act. For this reason, we are terminating our relationship with Guy Beam immediately. While these facts are difficult to hear and even more difficult to accept, it is our duty to act with dignity on behalf of all individuals involved, especially the 55 developers and families we have employed, along with our community of players. And so, yeah, this is a really big, this is a really big deal. Um, and, some are questioning about this termination, but I I respect with what the Midnight Society had. Um, uh, I respect Midnight Society's judgment on this because, listen, yeah, I don't know, um, how how financially stable they are because they are they had that there is that one game that Doctor Disrespect is a part of or was a part of. Um, which is called, Dead Drop. And yeah, this is this is something crazy. And as a company, you know as a company, you they have to do the you know they have to do companies like the Midnight Society has have to make the toughest decisions when it comes to situations like this. And it's a tough pill. It's tough to deal with because whether these allegations may or may not be true, they have to do what's best for they have to do what's best for business. It may not, for some, it may not be a wise thing without, maybe not getting all the facts and everything like that. But listen, if you're a CEO, if you are a founder of a company that that you want to make a reputation of having a you know a positive outcome with between um, your colleagues and your consumers. You want to build that relationship between them, because if you are in that doesn't care, if you're in a relationship that doesn't care about the customers, what good is it to even be in business? Because customers are top priority, and and employees of said company have to hold a reputation. Doesn't matter what kind of business that you're in. Doesn't matter what kind of business you're in, um whether it's gaming, whether it's accounting or whatever. Any place of business, including Mind You, cheap joke, but I'm trying to lighten up the mood here a little bit. It's it's something you know companies like Midnight Society have to do, and these are tough. Like I said, these are tough decisions to deal with, and they have to do what's best for business in order to keep a reputation that cannot be soiled. It cannot be soiled like this. So they had to do what's best for business, and so I don't blame Midnight Society for doing the right thing. I really don't. And like I said, if you're working for a major company, you have to they have to deal with this all the time. So you know Midnight Society is not something you know that come out of nowhere and just said, hey, we're just going to fire Dr. This, we're just going to terminate um whatever his and everything, and you know going towards a new direction. It's nothing personal, it's just business. So they had to make it a business decision, and in and in this case it is a well-meaning business decision. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. You have to deal with that in business, and what have you, because you cannot. These are serious allegations, and yeah, it's it's sad to hear about this story, but you know, it's one of those stories you wish it wasn't true. And and I'm gonna I'm gonna say this right now before I read Dr. Disrespect's tweet. You know, I did once follow him. I don't follow him now. I unsubscribed to his YouTube channel. But also, I've seen some of his stuff, and I'm gonna be fair and honest. He is very entertaining, and with the when he puts on the wig and the gimmicks, he's he is he's an entertainer. So yeah, there's nothing, and he's highly popular. However, in light of all this stuff, it's sad. It's sad, to have to see this. But, you know, I'm not a fan of Dr. Disrespect. I do think that he is very entertaining. I do. And and I have his content very entertaining as well too. So it does hurt me that I unsubscribed him. And I'm going to be I'm not going to talk shit about him or anything like that. And, if for some strange reason he stumbles across this video, um especially this part of the video, um I'm pretty sure he'll have a different opinion. But I'm just going to be as professional as I can, because you know it just sucks to see this happen and everything. So and I'll read what he says and everything like that. And because the Twitch ban came up and everything. So all right, so he goes, the Twitch ban, and it's all in caps in big bold letters. So big letters. Hello, I like to make a quick statement. Let's cut the bullshit, as you know that there's no filter with me. That I do know. I've always been upfront and real with you guys on anything that I can be up in front about. I am always willing to accept responsibility, which is why I'm here now. First and foremost, I do want to apologize to everyone in my community, as well as those close to me, my team, and everyone at Midnight Society Games Studio. A lot of people have been left in the dark about what happened yesterday, and this was posted on... Jesus, this is long. The 25th. So this was posted on the 25th. So 24 hours after the so a lot of people have been left in the dark about what happened yesterday with Midnight Society and myself, and we have made the painful decision collectively to have me step down. Our team is full of incredibly talented and good people that have high career ambitions and families, and I never want to jeopardize the culture we have carefully crafted. So, okay, so right there, he's, doing the right, doing that. Everyone has been wanting to know why I was banned from Twitch, but for some reasons outside of my control, I was not allowed to say anything for the last several years. Now that two former Twitch employees have publicly disclosed the accusations, I can now tell you my side of the story regarding the ban. Okay, so apparently there was apparently from what coming from that paragraph, there was apparently what had happened from the Twitch ban. They were in some sort of NDA, which is a non-disclosure agreement, meaning that nobody within the party, parties involved, cannot say anything that can be held up in a court of law in court. So because this was out of the some a couple people uh that were no longer in Twitch, they had to you know they took it upon themselves to talk about it. So with that being said, um the NDA was, I from what I guess, I know I'm no lawyer, but I'm guessing that it could be a so since that NDA um was broken, he has every right in his control. Dr. Disrespect has every right in his control to talk about it. And I guess um there was some other deal going, some other things going on where um because at the time Dr. Disrespect had some sort of um he was a part signed up to be the part of the partnership program with Twitch, and um because he was let go of this he was let go of Twitch and everything at the time. He got some sort of compensation for it, and also um was given clairvoyance not to say anything, which is how the NDA came about. Um, were there Twitch whisper messages within an individual minor back in 2017? Which I didn't know that Twitch whisper was a thing until I read this. Um, so were there Twitch whisper messages within an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes, which is shady. Um, raised some concerns that why it has to be privately through there. Were there real intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely not. When I mean, you're just over exaggerating the no, which a simple no would have been uh, a lot better. These were casual, mutual conversations that sometimes leaned lean too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. That poses a red flag because you have okay, that should have been a red flag right there when these mutual conversations lean to which turned into being inappropriate. I mean, I can only imagine what was being said, which turned to be inappropriate. I mean, if having a conversation is one thing, but when you turn it into an inappropriate conversation with a minor, that poses questions. I'm sorry, that does, because that you're leaning towards being a predator, dude. And I'm sorry, but I don't know. I'm not pointing fingers at the victim. At the minor who said, "Oh, are you married?" Maybe talking about their sex life or everything like that, which is absolutely, like I said, I don't know what was said because I wasn't there. So, but I can comment on this stuff because, that should have been, those comments should never have happened. I'm sorry. They should never have happened and should never have took place. If it was a casual, like maybe talking about, oh, uh, like me, if this minor was a fan, and if this minor was a fan, that's one thing. But if it turns into a situation where you automatically start being a pervert, I'm sorry, but you know nothing illegal happened. No pictures were shared. No crimes were committed. Well, okay, but you know I never even met the individual. I went through a lengthy arbitration regarding a civil dispute with Twitch, and that case was resolved by a settlement. Let me be clear, it was not a criminal case against me, and no criminal charges have ever been brought against me. Okay, well, that's okay, I guess. But still, the fact that um you know the fact that I'm so, nothing okay, nothing illegal happened, but yet you did talk inappropriate with this minor, and somehow that's okay. you know you're talking inappropriately to a minor, so that can only raise questions. That can only raise questions on what was said. You know, and I don't want to think about what's going on, because the thought of that is actually gross, and you know it's just a horror. It should have been just casual, and if the minor was started the inappropriate comments, you as an adult should have been an adult and say, listen, you're a minor. I don't want to talk that way. If you want to be, if you're a fan of mine, that's one thing, but I will not talk inappropriate to you. And, and you should have been the bigger man and walked away. Simple as that, especially upon learning about the person's age. That that should have been a red flag right there, but no. Should never even happen. Just saying. Now, from a moral standpoint, I'll absolutely take responsibility. I shouldn't have never entertained these conversations to begin with. That's on me. That's on me as an adult, a husband, and a father. Like I just said. Not even have to look at the screen to even say that, because I was doing eye contact the whole time. So I get it. I'm not perfect, and I'll fucking own my shit. This was stupid. Well, I'm glad you admit that. Now, with all this said, I don't get it mistaken. I've seen all the remarks and labels being thrown around so loosely. Social media is a destruction zone, which I will agree with. Sorry, knocking my microphone. I'm no predator or pedophile. Nobody said you did, but okay, you do you. Are you kidding me? Anyone that truly knows me knows where I stand on those things with all those types of people, but yet you had inappropriate conversations with the minor, and and let's leave it at that. So I guess O.J. Simpson wasn't a killer after all. And I guess Chris Benoit was Father of the Year. Just saying. So that's a different type. That's a different level of disgust that I fucking hate even hearing about. Don't be labeling me as the worst of the worst with your exaggerations. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Yeah, I'm censoring myself. But I think I've said what I needed to say regarding the ban itself. That's it. That's why Twitch made the decision in 2020. See? Okay, so it happened in okay, so between the 3 years that happened, that's why Twitch made the decision in 2020. What happened in between that? Well, I can tell you what happened. I guess you posted a video in the bathroom during that time between 2017 and 2020. And a little kid was just happened to be in the shot. And yeah, that poses some questions there, Doc. Yeah. So yeah, and I'm sorry, I'm putting the pieces together, and I think that's why you got banned on Twitch back in 2020 because of what happened in the bathroom. And if I remember correctly, you were also kicked out of the convention because of that went down. Just saying. But hey. To my team, community, industry friends that have supported me, I apologize. Okay, what about the fans? I wish I could have said this sooner. You guys have always showed me and my family love and support throughout all these years, and we love you guys. Like you can't imagine. I had the best community in Circle. And if any of this has made you uncomfortable, I get it. Well, yeah. You don't have to support me anymore, but just know you have always been greatly appreciated. But trust me when I say this to all my haters that live and breathe social media with zero real life experience, I don't give a fuck about you. Finally, if you're uncomfortable with this entire statement and think that I'm a piece of shit, that's fine. But I'm not going anywhere. I'm not the same guy that made this mistake all those years ago. I'm taking an extended vacation with my family, as mentioned on stream, and I'm coming back with a heavy weight off my shoulders. They want me to disappear. Yeah, right. Oh boy. Okay. First of all, I don't. There's a justifiable reason why there are people hating you because of the fact that which goes back to what I said multiple times, that you had an inappropriate conversation with a minor back in 2017. I'm sorry, but there are reasons for people to hate you or to have some sort of hate because of this. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. That's just the way it is. Some things will never change. That's just the way it is. Oh, yeah. But, and yeah, I know I quoted a chorus from Tupac, but Tupac songs, but yeah, I'm taking the good, I'm taking the bag, and I'm taking them both, and there you have a shit show. But yeah, this, I'm sorry, guy, but you effed up in a really big way, and I don't think you can come. I don't know how you can come back from all this, because knowing what we knowing what we know now, this is a really big thing, and it's not good by any means. You know, like I said, having a friendly, normal conversation between um a fan, that's one thing. But when you turn that conversation into something uncomfortable and inappropriate towards with said minor, I'm sorry, but that raises a lot of questions and that raises a lot of red flags. I'm sorry, but it it does kind of lead into that situation where you could you may not be uh, a pedophile, but you certainly are making people ask questions. And I'm sorry, but like I said, having a casual conversation is one thing between you and a fan, because you do it, you do attract young fans out there. And I mean, at one time when I was highly successful on cable access, I've had a lot of young viewers myself. And you know and I will admit this, they were always my conversations with my young viewers were always casual. They were never We never escalated to a point where um neither one of us would ever say anything dirty. We never did, because as a kid, I'm a, it's a minor, I'm an adult, and the story. Having said that, if it ever crossed that line, I know how to end it by not escalating. Because if a minor says, "Oh, I think you're hot and sexy, and I have," that can never happen. That will never happen. I'm like, I said, "I'm sorry, but I have to end this conversation. Sorry." That's the appropriate thing to do. End of the conversation when it starts getting a little bit uncomfortable. Doesn't matter what kind of party doesn't matter who starts that conversation, but don't lead it to that conversation where it gets all uncomfortable. All you could have had was a nice conversation and said, "Oh, you're gonna download, this game, my game's coming out. You're gonna download it. I hope you do. It's gonna be really cool, you know." And then just be left on. Go to TwitchCon. Okay, there you go. You could have left it at that. You could have left it at that. You know, stay in school, don't do drugs and all that shit. Be a role model to these kids. To these kids, not become, hey, you know, what are you wearing and all that shit. That's disgusting. Okay, like I said, I don't know what conversation was said in that, and I don't want to think about what was said, because that then the idea of it is actually kind of gross. And and I've seen pictures of this of Doctor Disrespect, and he's a tall motherfucker too. He really is. He's a tall son of a bitch. He really is. But I don't. But could and I got to take a look. I got to take a look at the while I'm on YouTube. Yeah, he has 4.68 million subscribers as of right now. And I'm sorry, but that's something I cannot, in good conscience, talk to. Be a fan of. I was like, I'm sorry. I mean, it just raised a lot of red flags, and will he, will this, you know, I don't know. I cannot predict. I cannot predict the future, but it doesn't look. But I will say this: it will not. It does not look good for Doctor Disrespect because knowing what we know now, his reputation is kind of tarnished because of this. Because nobody wants to see their favorite person end up like this. It's it's just gross. And like I said, I'm not a fan of Doctor Disrespect, but I will say this: I mean, he is he is entertaining and everything, and you know, I will respect that. But knowing what we know now, I'm sorry, I can't subscribe. I can't watch his content anymore, knowing what we know now. Sorry, but I have to. Me as a viewer has to take the right initiative, and and that's what it is. And I know a lot of people are probably saying, "Well, Pee Wee Herman, had his issues back then," but you know what? He he's different. I'm actually no, he's not different. It's like, yeah, he's one of my, is part of my childhood, and yeah, he's gone now and everything like that. But did I once ever induct him into the Channel X Hall of Fame? You can look back and say that, but I didn't even bring. I never even. I wanted to bring him up in my my obituary. When when there was a lot of celebrity deaths, and I believe it was last year. I didn't not once mention him, and I didn't induct him into the Channel X Hall of Fame because knowing what I know now, because of what he did in the past, yeah, I used to, I still watch his content, his shows and everything like that, and his movies. But knowing what I know now, knowing what I know about him, will he ever be inducted into the Channel X Hall of Fame? Absolutely not. No way. No way. Which brings up um, another situation. O.J. Simpson. I talked about whether or not to put him. I had to do some thinking, and believe me, it was some huge thinking that I had to do in regards to putting O.J. Simpson into the Channel X Hall of Fame. And with all the stuff that I do now and that I do know, he's not going in. I'm sorry, not going into the Channel X Hall of Fame. You know, it, you know, he was one hell of a football player. Loved him in the Naked Gun movies, and that's it. But knowing what I know now, and stuff that I forgot and overlooked, I'm sorry. I can't, within good conscience, put a murderer in the Channel X Hall of Fame. It's like, well, what if Hulk Hogan passes away? Are you going to put him in the Channel X Hall of Fame? No, I'm not. You know what I know about him? No. He's one hell of a good wrestler. That's one thing. But I'm sorry, he's not going in the Hall of Fame. Not. And but Doctor Disrespect, I don't think he can. I don't think he can recover from all this. I don't. I don't think so. He's going to have to find another job, and I know it's going to be I know it's going to be difficult, knowing the reputation that he has. But I do know one place that he can go where his reputation can't be sullied, and that's being a Catholic priest. With that being said, thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. Had fun here, and be sure to follow me on Twitter at TomDog247. If you missed any of tonight's episode, you can check it out as soon as I turn off the camera. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Comment down below. If you have Me TV Tunes, let me know what show you like watching on there. Ringy dingy that bell to stay notified. Stay notified of what I'm going to be doing next, and support small streamers. And I do mean this. I mean this now more than ever, because we small streamers, we don't have any controversies like this. We treat our fans with the utmost respect, and we small streamers like myself, we love you. We love our viewers. We love our subscribers. We care very deeply about them, and it's the type of relationship where we can never escalate further into conversation, meaning that we will never say inappropriate things to our fans. Just saying. And in order to keep that relationship between content creator and fans of said content, there's only one thing you got to do, and we won't treat you like dirt if you don't. We won't treat you differently even if you don't, because that's up to you. We don't pressure our viewers to do this, but we will love you for it. But we will love it if you did. And what is it that I'm talking about? That's simple. Face hug that subscribe button. We will see you all here next week. Same Tom Dog time, same Tom Dog channel. But yeah, I'll try my best not to be as late as I am now, because here we are. It's quarter to 2 o'clock, and I'm still up. I don't know. But like I said, we will see you all here next week. And but this Saturday we will be we got one hell of a show to do on Channel X. So yeah, we're gonna have a lot. We're gonna have a lot on Wrestling Prime. I'm sorry. Jeez, I'm botching up this show. First, I start saying the wrong date when it comes to the Brody Lee shoes, which starting July 1st, you can get exclusively online. Starting on July 1st at champsports.com, the Brodie Lee Reebok Classic Leather sneakers. Get that check see. And also don't forget to go to w.gg, use the promo code BRILL at the checkout to save 10% on your purchase of some wonderful, wonderful products that W Energy can give you. But we will see you all here next week. But this Saturday will be a action-packed episode of Wrestling Prime. We got a couple of we got a huge prediction show to do. AEW related. We got some Forbidden Door predictions to do and everything like that. And shout out again to AEW for allowing me to do this. For allowing me to promote help plug the shoes there for you. And so yeah, it's a good cause, and I'll be lending my support as best as I can. With that being said, thank you all so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Till then, this is Tom Dog saying take care. So long. Peace. Love you all. Have a good night, everybody. Take care.